queries regarding GPL bill or any other GPL related matters, as GPL's competent staff will be on site to assist customers at the point of their need. Hashtag GPL is on the move. For more information, call GPL's call center on 226-2600 or contact GPL's Public Relations Unit on 225-1471.
GPL Public Advisory. Plant maintenance schedule Friday, March 12, 2021. On the west bank of Demerara, Friesland and Free and Easy from 8 hours to 14 hours. On the east bank of Demerara, Golden Grove, Caneville, Avenue A Diamond to 3rd Street Craig from 9 hours to 15 hours. Did you know? Weekly plant maintenance allows for routine inspection and maintenance of the network to provide customers with a reliable supply of electricity. GPL, empowering you.
My fellow Guyanese, GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Welcome to Friday, March 12th edition of the National Outlook. I close out this week with something that is close to home. And it came to me via the death of somebody who had worked with me for about 3-4 years in the house. And I want you to chew over this over the weekend, because most likely wherever you may live in the town or the country, you may have encountered or came close to or heard of a similar situation. It was this woman. She is from a rural area, very simple woman, 69 years of age. She died. She died from the COVID-19 virus. And she ended up, when the body was sent pretty rapidly to the funeral parlor for burial. And there's a problem here. The family cannot afford to bury their dead. When we have reached a stage with all this wealth, all the billions we are talking about, hundreds of billions in budget, tens of billions to be borrowed, and one citizen cannot bury their mother or their children or whomever, we're concerned. If we are dirt poor, it's a different story. But we are supposed to be among the richest places in the world right now, or about to be, and here we are, we can't bury our dead. It struck home. So here we are scrambling around, and I can tell you, the owner of this newspaper stepped up, and some others who don't know this woman, they have stepped up, because the family is pretty strapped. We don't expect government to take care of, to know everything, and government was there to help, to give an to extend a helping hand. But it is sobering, my brothers and sisters in Guyana. It is sobering when we can't bury our dead. When we reduce to this situation where we have to scrounge around and scramble around. Look, I grew up poor. I tell you that. We weren't short, but there was nothing overflowing. There was this time when death occurred, and the family would work quietly, and everybody would chip in, and you have a basic, humble funeral. Now you've got all these things about GoFundMe and FundMe and whatever else, and I don't care. But what I don't know is that when these things come close to us, they come close to you, they emphasize how fragile this life is, how we are but one step away from catastrophe and from being a fatality. So here's this woman, I think she was number 203 or 4 of the effects of the COVID virus. And I think by today, March 12th, we would be able to put everything together and bury her or bury her tomorrow. I really would not like for it to go any further than that. I think we're pretty close to where we need to be. But the point of all of this is that we have so much wealth, natural resources wealth. Our population is so small that we need to be able to care for everyone. Now that may look a bit extravagant. It may sound so on the surface, but look at it. We are 750,000 people, give or take. And we've got billions and billions of barrels of oil and gold and bauxite and timber. We're richly endowed more than most countries, this small population. Clearly and surely, we should be able to do well for our citizens. And I think I'd like for you to ponder on that, to reflect upon that quietly and say, look, I'm doing well and I thank God for that. Don't trust too much in your own strengths and puff out your chest and become haughty. But I'm doing well by the grace of God. And whatever we can do to extend a helping hand to our neighbors in need, our communities in need, our country that is still struggling, and it should not be struggling in days to come, that we, ordinary citizens, ordinary man and woman in the street, we will do our part and make this a better place. I do trust that you will have a good weekend. I pray for that. And I thank you for joining me this week and today on the National Outlook. This is GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5 FM. A blessed day and weekend to you all.
March 13, 2021, on the west coast of Demerara from Edinburgh to La Jealousy.